Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Konoha Reacted to Naruto Uchiha. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Spidey X Arco for suggesting this idea. And moving onwards, the reason I didn't upload yesterday, yeah, I know most of you guys might have been pissed because I didn't explain anything. Well, it was because some idiots were doing some construction work, maintenance work on the road, and while they were trying to dig something up, I don't know what it was, well, they damaged the wires to the internet. And we somehow still have temporary internet, but it might be shut down. I just got the mail from the service provider, and yeah, it's not looking good. Might be out for at least up to, 2 to 3 hours. And that is why I thought, why not make a video today and explain what happened yesterday, because there was no internet. All of it suddenly was gone. Anyways, yeah, I'm sorry about this mishap, but yeah, moving onwards, there has been an idea which I picked as a series and I'm currently writing it down. And once it is finished, mainly the part 1, I will be able to upload it. It might be 4 or 5 part series. And yeah, moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And as we go along into the series, I will be looking into the comment sections, because who knows, maybe you can suggest something like we should do this in the next part and something like this in the next part, and that might be added on, or maybe based on that we might create a whole new part of the series as well. Anyways, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 1 month after the arrival of both Jiraiya and Naruto from their training trip of 3 years. Naruto has reached at the age of 16 and Jiraiya has trained him for the past 3 years, and Naruto has grown exponentially under his care. As now we see, Naruto was tinkering back at home again because he has been trying his best to learn Fuinjutsu. Since he has learned the knowledge of that his mother was one of the best Fuinjutsu masters out there, Naruto has hellbent on learning this technique. So, he was trying to recreate his hero's technique known as the Flying Thunder God technique. And in doing so, he somehow accidentally ended up creating all new technique as well that he was currently presenting inside the Hokage office alongside his teammate Sakura and, well, his sensei Kakashi, who had a eye smile as he was watching all of this. What do you think, Bachan? Would this do? Naruto, I am not sure, as I told you before. Jiraiya is the one who has specialized in this, and he will be here soon. Ah, damn it, that Irusane. He would have been somewhere here loitering around, as that is when we see Jiraiya arrive there with a puff of smoke. Seriously, kid, give me some respect, you know. For past 3 years, we have been on the same journey, and yet you call me Irusane. That is because you are what you are, old fart. As that is when Jiraiya face vaulted as everyone else chuckled. As that is when we see both of them about to butt heads against one another, as Tsunade then said, "Enough, both of you. Now, Jiraiya, see, here, what do you think about the seal?" Said Jiraiya, looking at the seal carefully, as that is when he sighed. "You made a mistake, kid." "What? What do you mean?" It looks good to me. Wasn't it, Kakashi-sensei? "Well, I'm not that much great with seals as well, Naruto. Even if I am recognized as a copy ninja, but even I have some limitations." As that is when we see Sakura then said, "You might have made a mistake, you idiot." As Naruto sighed, as that is when Jiraiya then said, "Well, wait, this is interesting." "What is?" As Jiraiya raised an eyebrow, and then suddenly out of nowhere he decided to do the hand seals. "Oi, Jiraiya, what the hell are you doing? You told so that this seal was faulty." It is an entirely new seal, and who better to test it out than me, right?" As that is when we see Jiraiya clapped his hands together, and for a moment, nothing happened. As Tsunade sighed, "Phew, seems like nothing happened, Jiraiya." "What do you mean?" "Nothing happened," said Naruto. "Nothing happened. It looks like you made a mistake even with the hand seals, kid." As Naruto was quite down after realizing it, as that is when we see there was a sudden spark, and with that spark, a huge portal opened, from where a dimension opened, of which they could just see and not touch, and it was still hovering in the Hokage office. Jiraiya, what the hell did you do? Said Tsunade, quite literally being shocked and scared, because something might have been happened that shouldn't have happened, as Naruto was literally grabbed by Sakura as she was rocking him back and forth. You damn idiot! What the hell did you make? I don't know, Sakura-chan. I was probably eating some ramen and was sleepy when I finished up the seal. As that is when Kakashi facepalmed himself alongside with Sakura and Tsunade. As Jiraiya then said, fascinating. What is it, Jiraiya? Said Tsunade. Is it something dangerous? Look, Tsunade, that is Konoha, but somewhat different. What do you mean by that? See, over there? I am the Hokage, not you. As that is when Tsunade's eyebrow rose as she got out of her Hokage desk, and that is where they all saw that it was true. Instead of Tsunade's face mounted there, it was Jiraiya's. As they all were shocked, how is this possible? As that is when we see Naruto then said, what else is different? As an image of Naruto was then shown as the screen flickered that appeared in front of them through portal, as Naruto was shown, but not in his apartment, in the Uchiha compound, as he was seated in a traditional Uchiha house, and in front of him were the Uchiha clan heads' pictures who have died thanks to the one of the clansmen betrayal, and that was Itachi Uchiha. And those two, surprisingly, were Minato Namikaze Uchiha and Kushina Uzumaki Uchiha Namikaze, as both Jiraiya as well as Tsunade were shocked, as well as Kakashi was. How is this possible? Wait, how come there's the picture of Fourth, and why does he have black hair? Did he make a mistake while, making a picture of him in the picture book with blonde hair and blue eyes? No, Naruto. Minato did have blue eyes and blonde hair. What is this? Minato was never in Uchiha. As that is when they heard the other Naruto speak. Oto-san, Akasa-san, I swear I will get your revenge on this village and on, especially on Itachi for what he has done. As Naruto's eyes opened, but they were not blue hues. They were red, and they were not normal as well. Naruto had Mangekyo Sharingan. As Kakashi's eyes narrowed, that Sharingan, it's advanced, like Itachi's. I know of it. It's a Mangekyo, meaning Naruto has gone through a lot of stress. As that is when Tsunade then said, this cannot be. Everything is different in that world. How is this possible, Jiraiya? As Jiraiya then said after remaining quiet a bit, I think it is because the kid might ended up creating a time dimension seal that is, allowing us to witness a different timeline that has certain things different from our ones. And what does the kid mean in that dimension that he will have his revenge on the village and on Itachi especially for what he has done? As now we see, Sakura then spoke. How can this be? Naruto is not like that. I mean, he is an idiot, sure, but he isn't like that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that. If I had wanted to, I could have done that, right? As everyone looked at him, as if he had grown a second head as he said those words. As now we see, that is when there was a knock on the door, and without saying a word, in came, barging in, were elders. What the hell is going on here, Tsunade? We were hearing a lot of commotions. We have been knocking on the door for a lot of time. As that is when they all froze to see that there was a portal going on there. What is this? Naruto created a seal that turned out to be a different time dimension seal. What? Is this even possible? Different dimension, Jiraiya. Not even time space. Well, I was aiming to do that, but it turns out I did something entirely else. Or as at least Eresanin says here. As that is when Danzo then said, how is it different from ours? Well, Jiraiya became the Hokage. as this put them into complete mute situation. What? I'll be a great Hokage, let me tell you that first of all. As now we see, Danzo then said, yes, we could have sworn, Jiraiya, you would have been great. Anyways, what is the other difference there? As now we see, there was a key difference there, and that was Danzo himself as he arrived at the Uchiha compound in front of Naruto, who was seated still there. Is that Naruto? Why does he look different there? He's an Uchiha there, as their eyes widened when they heard this word. So this is where have you been, kid? Yes, this is where I have been, Sensei. Sensei? So in that dimension, Naruto was trained by Danzo, as it should have been. Have you been able to manipulate the Biju yet? More likely, I made an alliance with it. What do you mean by that, Naruto? What alliance? An alliance against Konoha. An alliance against you. What? As that is when Danzo then said, what does this mean? What do you mean by that, boy? Hey, don't look at me, old man. I'm not the one who's doing this. I mean, it is kind of me, but the other me, not me. As that is when Danzo remained quiet, because he understood what Naruto was trying to say here. As that is when he witnessed the Sharingan, and the three elders looked like they were having PTSDs. How can that be? Said Koharu, that boy, those eyes, how are this possible? Even if he's an Uchiha, that shouldn't be. What shouldn't be? Those eyes, they belong to only one Uchiha, Madara Uchiha. As now we see, Naruto summoned a katana made out of chakra on his own, and it was a black Amaterasu chakra in his hand, and with that Naruto slashed down on Danzo, slicing him in half as Danzo's body burned with black flames, eradicating him. As now we see, from the shadows, another person came. Everything is set up, Anata, said an older voice, but a voice they all understood easily. It can't be. Sensei? Said Sakura, as Tsunade's eyes were widened, as out came was none other than Tsunade herself. Good to hear, Tsunade-chan. Good to hear. This village needs to pay for what it has done against my clan, using a clansman of mine alongside that clansman. Everyone needs to pay. Are you sure about this, kid? Said another person who arrived there. I have to do this, Jiraiya. Or would you rather me stop? No, kid. I have been the Hokage of this village long enough to realize just what kind of trash we are dealing with. You just took care of the biggest one. Right there. I see. But there are some innocents here, Naruto. What about your friends? Friends? They never were my friends. This Naruto is surprisingly quite cold and different. I mean, seeing him like this, said Sakura, shuddering as she watched this all. As on the other side, Tsunade was quite shocked to find out that she was in fact married to Naruto. How did that happen? As Jiraiya then said, different timelines, different rules. As Jiraiya was quite shocked, why would he want his own home to be destroyed by this kid? As now we see, Naruto then said, I want to listen to your words, Jiraiya. What do you mean by that? I want to listen. Why am I doing this? Anata, you're doing this to get your revenge for what they have done to your parents and to your clan, my clan. What does this mean? Said Homura, as both the other elders were also quite shocked. What could have we done, or the Konoha have done to the Senjus? They were regarded as the most prominent clan alongside the Uchihas. That is something different there as well. As that is when Jiraiya of their world and said, is it really necessary? Say it, please. Would you not? I have to do this. And I need to remind myself, why am I doing this? Again and again. As now we see, Jiraiya then said with a sigh, you're doing this because the Senjus and the Uchihas of the past were used by Konoha and by the daimyo. And once it being done, Senjus were the first one to be eradicated, killed, being separated bits by bits. They were even more likely to be sold out in the midst of the war to their enemies. As now we see, Tsunade literally needed her desk to support herself when she heard this. Oh my god. As now we see, Danzo then spoke out, "That is not true. We did not do such thing." "Do you have any proof of that, Jiraiya?" As proofs were thrown in front of Naruto. "These are more than enough proof, kid. I have more than enough dirt on this village that we can destroy it or let the Biju finish what it started all those years ago." "Continue, please." "And then, once the Kyuubi attack happened, and your father, who became the Hokage, the first Uchiha to become the Hokage, had to sacrifice himself because he was told to do so by my sensei." "What? Sensei wouldn't say such a thing," said Jiraiya of the present, who was watching his other self speak this, was quite shocked and his gut twisted. Why would his sensei do that? I mean, why wouldn't he do that on his own? Said Tsunade. As everyone looked towards her. "What did you say, Tsunade?" Sensei knew about every other seal that was out there, and yet he didn't use it on his own. So in a way, and in a sense, Sensei did kill Minato off. As that is when Jiraiya then says, "Sensei wouldn't do that. Not our, at least." As that is when he still continued to hear his other self's words, while the elders were still shocked to their core. Just what kind of atrocities, much worse atrocities, their other selves have committed. As Jiraiya continued, "And after that, he placed you into the orphanage and revealed to everyone that you are, in fact, the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. Your sensei Danzo took this chance and, well, tried his best to beat you and to separate you from the others in hopes that you would be able to become his spawn. And that is when he made contact with you and tried to train you, mold you into his own lapdog. But then I was discovered by you, and you took me in as the real godfather of mine. Obviously your sensei and both him didn't want any of this, right?" "No." "Continue, please." This is where Jiraiya said, "What? Wait. How is this possible? Sensei begged me to come back and take care of you. I have letters of him." As Naruto was quite silent when all of this was revealed. "I can't believe this. What could have made me into that?" "You could have easily been that, kid. You're just annoying and way too much selfless. And a little bit stupid, and that is the whole reason why you're not like that. Seems like your other self is quite a genius," said a voice that Naruto knew all too well. As Naruto growled and said, "Shut up, Kyuubi." As the others were quite shocked by that because Naruto yelled it out loud. What do you mean?" The Kyuubi was talking bullshit, saying that I am stupid and that is the sole reason why I didn't become and turn out like that. Because if I had some sort of intelligence, I would have been like that other me. "Should I have been?" "No, Naruto," said Kakashi. "You should have not been. You're perfect the way you are. You don't need to listen to anyone's words to dictate your life." As now we see, Danzo then said, "We need to listen. What else was different there that caused this to happen?" As now we see, Jiraiya then spoke. "Then you made contact with the Biju. The Biju was your, mother's friend. More like the friends of Uzumaki's. And since you were the next Jinchuriki and Kurama felt guilty that he, while in a genjutsu, had killed his own best friend, he was sad and vowed that he will protect his godchild, which was you. And that is why you were protected up until now, Naruto. And with thanks to him and his chakra, you were able to unlock your true potential. But the village has been getting scared because you have made little to no bonds, and those who did, the people have already killed." As Sakura gasped, "What? How could they do this? Who did this?" "I still remember. Hinata, Neji, Lee, Kakashi-sensei, Hiruka-sensei, all gone. All thanks to that pink-haired bitch Sakura and Sasuke." As now we see, Sakura was shocked as Naruto looked at her. "What? You did this?" "No, it's not me, Naruto. I wouldn't do that. I know you're annoying and all, but you're still my friend and teammate. Yeah, you're right, Sakura. Sakura was shocked because the way Naruto looked at her was, for the first time, as if he was disgusted. And she didn't like it one bit. And she didn't like one bit what other Naruto had to say for herself. As Tsunade then said, what could have gone so wrong that he's like this, filled with so much hate? As now we see Naruto then said, the only good thing happened to me was that I met you two, especially you, Tsunade. As now we see Naruto then said, well, I'm about to commence a genocide, Jiraiya. Tsunade, won't you wish me luck? Go ahead. As with that, Naruto's eyes morphed into Mangekyo again, as he unsheathed his katana and disappeared from there, using the flying Raijin. Are you sure what we did was right, Jiraiya? Telling him everything? He has a right to know. I cannot live with the guilt like my sensei and the others could, of what they have done to him. He has every right to know and to decide what he wants. Are you sure about this? You are the Hokage of this village. More than that, Tsunade, I was a father figure. A father figure to Minato. I have found out another interesting fact about Naruto that I haven't told him yet. What is it? You wanna know whose grandchild he is? Whose son was Minato? Yeah, turns out Madara was alive actually, even after the supposed battle between your grandfather and him, and was able to live a life to the fullest. He met a Namikaze woman, and with her he had a child that somehow wound up here in Konoha. As her eyes widened, just because he was able to unlock the Sharingan, he was adopted into the Uchiha clan and later on went on to become the Uchiha clan head and the Hokage of Konoha. As now we see, Tsunade was shocked both in that world and their world. So the kid is a descendant of Madara Uchiha. How can this be? As now we see, a visage of Naruto was shown atop of the Hokage monument. As Naruto then said, Kakashi, Sensei, Meiji, Hinata, Lee, Tosama, Kasama, everyone, I will have your revenge. And with that, Naruto summoned a full-fledged Susanoo as well as Kurama in KCM2 state. As that is when what commenced was a pure destruction. Just with a few blows, Naruto was able to destroy a once happy populated village. As now we see, where once stood a village was nothing more than a crater now. As Naruto was standing atop of the Hokage monument still, but this time the whole village was lit up like a fire, because it was a blazing ball of fire right now. As that is when both Jiraiya and Tsunade came next to him. What is next, Naruto? What is next? Next is we deal with Akatsuki, Orochimaru, and with those who tries to stop us after we deal with the Land of Fire. And soon after they saw images of the Land of Fire being destroyed, specifically by Naruto, and then a few more of the enemies being taken out, and then Naruto and Tsunade retired to Uzushiogakure, where they started their own village with a single home. And as for Jiraiya, he was the only outsider to be allowed in, and a family friend. As seeing the other reality of this Naruto, as the screen finally faded away, the elders, Sakura, as well as Kakashi and Tsunade and Jiraiya were shocked, and all were stunned and quiet, as they all made a mental note to make sure that they won't let this happen to Naruto, to make him feel so much pain that this causes him to go on the same path as that one. As Naruto then said, Nay, Bachan, I have a question. What is it, Naruto? Were my parents really the fourth Hokage? And that Kushina woman that we saw? Yes. Yes, Naruto. Why did you not tell me? You knew, right? You as well, Jiraiya. Of course I did, kid. Everyone did. We kept it a secret from you. Because, well, It was to keep you safe from your enemies. And somewhere along the way, we might have forgotten it, thinking that it was not important. And we apologize for that. What? How could you say that? Said Naruto, as he was about to cry in tears after hearing that. I'm sorry, Naruto. I should have been better. I wanted to tell you, but I feared that you would have not taken it lightly because Sensei made a mistake of keeping it hidden for way too much long. As the elders then said, we would like to take our leave as well. As Danzo and the other two elders left, but as they were about to set a foot outside, Tsunade then said, as the Hokage, I am making this law. Whatever you have seen here, whoever speaks of this within the vicinity of this room outside will be executed. Hi, Hokage-sama, said Danzo and the other two elders as they left. There, the secret is at least safe. Don't change the topic, damn it. As now we see, Naruto was shaking, as that is when Jiraiya gave him a hug. Let it out on me, Naruto. If you have something to blame, or someone to blame, it is me. As Naruto didn't say anything, just shed a tear standing there. All of them that day learned a valuable lesson. It was to not break a soul too far that he literally becomes a vengeful spirit, like that Naruto did. And all of them vowed that they will make sure that Naruto will never have to resort to violence like that, because what they have seen was a massacre, and they will forever be haunted by that image and visage of Naruto. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. Yeah, I know it was quite different because I thought, hey, why should I make the same one that I always do? I mean, summoning them all together and then making them react. How about I try something new? I kind of enjoyed it. It was refreshing. Anyways, as for the series, it is being written. Don't worry about it. After I have written it down, I will upload it on my channel. So yeah, this is it for the day. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace.